Hop inside my mouth if you want to live.
Hop in your mouth, huh?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 scariest fish.
Now!
That is hard to get off. That is hard to get off.
For this list, we're looking at horrific, strange, creepy, and intimidating looking fish. Sharks will be included, but only those that look notably odd, not just intimidating. Be sure to let us know in the comments if there's a fish that scares you the most. Number 20, Giant Catfish. The name says it. Catfish come in a wide variety of species, shapes, and sizes, and we'll actually be discussing a few of them today, but this one is notably massive. The giant catfish, also known more specifically as the Mekong giant catfish, can weigh up to 770 pounds and measure nearly 9 feet in length.
It's still fighting me. This fish. Mekong giant catfish.
Imagine that brushing up against your leg while taking a dip. Once upon a time, it was considered the largest known breed of freshwater fish. Sadly, it has since been unseated by Russia's beluga sturgeon, and that's not the only thing that Mekong giant catfish have lost. They're endemic to the Mekong River, where habitat loss has rendered the species critically endangered. Number 19, Barreleye, also known as spookfish. Try as you might to convince us that this species is native to planet Earth, we are not going to believe you. The barreleye looks like something out of the notebooks of a sci-fi author or a prototype sea creature for James Cameron's future Avatar films. Despite its extraterrestrial appearance, the barreleye swims the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans, keeping to depths as low as 8,200 feet. Their uniquely creepy appearance is an adaptation to their environment. They prefer to dwell where sunlight cannot pierce the depths. Also known as the spookfish, barreleyes have translucent heads that allow their unique barrel-shaped telescoping eyes to look upwards as well as forwards. With all due respect to the scientific community, we know an alien when we see one. Number 18, Dragonfish. Remember that horrifying moment in Alien when a chestburster pops out of John Hurt's stomach like some deep space jack-in-the-box releasing a super soaker spray of blood? More blood-curdling than that is the knowledge that an identical-looking creature actually lives on this planet. While many varieties exist, the deep-sea dragonfish is by far the creepiest, with a bioluminescent barbel hanging from its sharp-fanged jaw, which it uses to lure unsuspecting victims. It may only grow to about 6 inches long, though sometimes more, but this little fish is a fierce predator. Number 17, Snaggletooth. We're not being bullies, that's actually the name of the fish. But if it makes you feel better, we'll use its other name, Star Eater. Happy? We've gone from bullying to a name that inspires cosmic dread. Both names actually refer to a wide array of small deep-sea fish fitting a certain set of criteria. This includes a mouth full of protruding, curved, extremely sharp little teeth that are often compared to needles. The other commonality is a red barbel that star eaters use as a lure. In the depths of the ocean where star eaters reside, all that their prey can see is a bioluminescent red light floating enticingly. That is, until the snaggletooth strikes. There are 48 known types of star eater. Number 16, Tigerfish.
These are tigerfish, Africa's answer to the piranha.
Why do we like to name fish after other animals found on land? Can't fish be scary in their own right? The tigerfish has such a distinct viciousness to its appearance that it needs no help in making a name for itself.
That will just take lumps out of other fish. It will take lumps out of crocodiles even. And there are stories well documented of that taking lumps out of people.
It is lean, muscular, and has disproportionately large teeth. Found all across Africa, the largest and most deadly of the species, the Goliath tigerfish, calls the Congo River home. While other carnivorous fish are known to eat unsuspecting birds resting on the water, the tigerfish is known to leap out of the water and trap them mid-flight. Number 15, Gulper Eel. We can all agree that pelicans are funny looking.
Hop inside my mouth if you want to live.
The saggy, stretchy throat makes them look like a bullfrog, no? Then there are the awkward, stubby legs, the ungraceful takeoffs. The deep-sea type of Gulper eel, also called the pelican eel, shares the expanding lower jaw with the pelican. But the comparison ends there.
But this, surely, must be the strangest of all the deep-sea fish yet discovered.
Rarely seen by humans, this creature is truly otherworldly. The expanding jaw and matching stomach let them eat fish and crustaceans many times larger than themselves.
Gulper eels can swallow prey as big as themselves. which is very useful in a world where you never know when the next meal is coming along.
Small, beady eyes evolved to spot the faintest movements in the dark ocean depths, while a bioluminescent tail sways to entice its unsuspecting victims. Sheer terror. Number 14. Lamprey, also known as Lamprey Eels.
There's something about anything snake-like, it just produces that sort of instinctive, squirmy reaction.
By now, we shouldn't be surprised by the overlap of classic sci-fi films and the creatures on this list. It seems that our oceans are scarier than the furthest reaches of space and the imaginations of monster makers in Hollywood. Sarlacc and Space Slug from Star Wars and Sandworm from Dune, meet your cousin the Lamprey. Long, cylindrical fish of varying sizes, they have round, funnel-shaped mouths filled with row upon row of sharp teeth. These unique mouths are used to latch onto moving targets, eating away at the flesh until they reach the blood and bodily fluids they crave.
Come on. That is hard to get off. That is hard. That is hard to get off.
Number 13. The Black Swallower.
Matthew Sloney, the top ranked eater in the world.
Have you ever watched one of those eating competitions and thought to yourself, where do they put it all? Well, after a bit of research, we're convinced that what you're actually looking at are black swallowers disguised as humans. Considering they top out at about 10 inches in length, we know that's one heck of a disguise. But we've seen it before. Anyway, this remarkable fish is found in tropical waters across the globe, usually at depths of between 3,000 and 9,000 feet. Despite the black swallower's modest size, a massive flappy stomach enables it to eat way beyond its weight class. It can consume fish twice its length and 10 times its mass. We should all be thankful they're not much bigger. Number 12. Wels Catfish.
There it is. There's the fish.
Anyone who says size doesn't matter clearly never encountered this freshwater behemoth. Your average catfish? A little ugly, but nothing to be afraid of. The Wels Catfish, on the other hand, can grow to 13 feet in length and weigh a whopping 880 pounds.
This is a really rare sight. That fish is 7 foot long. It's about 140 pounds at least.
It's found all over Europe and eats fish and any other small amphibian or mammal with the misfortune of crossing its path. There are even stories of Wels Catfish eating humans. This fish is so large that Loch Ness monster hunter Steve Feltham believes it to be the true species of the elusive Scottish lake monster.
I'm saying that looking at all of the evidence, the best contender for an explanation currently is a thing called a Wels Catfish.
Number 11. Hagfish. Hag. It's not a flattering term.
Ooh, this tender morsel.
It should really only be used to describe a literal witch who is both monstrous in personality and appearance. So, here's a photo of a hagfish. We'll let you decide if it's applicable. These ocean-dwelling fish might not have warts or pointed hats, but they are undeniably the stuff of nightmares. Long and snake-like in shape, hagfish look like giant worms with a mouthful of teeth in place of any discernible face. They secrete copious amounts of slime, which they use to escape any would-be predator. The way their skin covers their body has been described as a loose-fitting sock. Thanks. That concept has gone from uncomfortable to absolutely revolting. The largest specimen on record? 4 feet 2 inches. Number 10. Alligator Gar.
But was an alligator gar really the culprit? Or, with its threatening prehistoric appearance, was it just an obvious scapegoat?
While it has the jaws of an alligator, this thing looks more like a dinosaur. And that's not far from the truth. The alligator gar is often referred to as a living fossil, as it retains many characteristics of its ancestors. Fossils of these fish can be found dating back as far as the early Cretaceous period, over 100 million years ago. At up to 10 feet long and over 300 pounds, it's a true prehistoric predator.
So any other fish you're used to fighting, you whoop it, now you got it tired. These fish don't get tired, they just take a rest.
Swimming with the fishes already suggests a gruesome fate, but how about swimming with the dinosaurs?
It's very tempting just to keep it out and admire it.
Number 9. Pacu. Piranhas are scary enough without needing any help. But what if we told you there was a giant piranha-related fish with, wait for it, human-like teeth?
Piranhas have small, triangular, razor-sharp teeth, whereas pacu have teeth that resemble human molars because they're mostly herbivorous, and our molars are what we use to mostly grind up plant matter.
Large carnivorous fish have an inherent knack for intimidation. Adding something so human to the faces of these otherwise alien-looking creatures is sure to send shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned fishermen. Combine these big square teeth with the fact that they can grow to over 3 feet long and 55 pounds in weight, And that's one intimidating river monster. Although not as aggressive as their piranha cousins, they will eat almost anything.
This would be a very jagged, messy tear, and I think you'd certainly know about this, wouldn't this be?
Number 8. Cookiecutter shark, also known as cigar shark.
Icystius brasiliensis.
Exactly.
Or more commonly known as the Cookiecutter shark.
Remember how you used to draw shark teeth as a kid? Just a giant strip of white with a jagged edge? Well, in a nightmarish turn of events, your crude drawing has come to life and swims warm oceanic waters around the world. The Cookiecutter shark ranges from 17 to 22 inches in length and has a long cigar-shaped body. It has suctorial lips that allow it to suck on flesh. From this position, it slowly spins, biting down with its saw-like teeth to remove a large oval of flesh, often 2 inches in diameter and 2.5 inches deep.
Perfectly round. I guess that's why they call them cookie cutters.
Number 7. Stargazer. Well, this is certainly one unfortunate-looking creature. It looks like a children's drawing brought to life against its own wishes. That face just isn't where it's supposed to be. The Stargazer's eyes are located on the top of its head and have seemingly dragged its mouth with them. You know how in cartoons a character's head can be drastically reshaped when hit hard enough? It's like that, but real life. As crazy as it might look, the Stargazer's unique anatomy makes it a terrifyingly effective predator. This ugly little fish can keep staring at the stars to its heart's content, just as long as we can avert our gaze elsewhere. Oh, they're also venomous and come in an electric variety. You know, just because. Number 6. Anglerfish.
Oh my gosh, an anglerfish.
Wolffish pescatorius. That was my favorite fish as a boy. Look at those teeth.
This creature of the deep is pretty much one big mouth with fins. Like many fish that live near the ocean floor, it uses bioluminescence to attract its food. Unlike many other fish, whose lure hangs beneath its lower jaw, the anglerfish has a fleshy protrusion growing out of its forehead. Called an esca, it uses it like a fishing rod, directing other fish directly into its mouth full of sharp teeth. These teeth are angled inwards so prey can swim in, but escape is rendered impossible. This massive mouth also allows it to swallow victims twice its size.
In the darkness of deep water, they flash the light to attract prey and draw them near the angler's mouth.
Number 5. Goblin Shark. One look at this horrifying monster clown of the deep, and you will not believe that we still have even scarier fish to get to after this.
Ready for some night terrors? This is how these things bite.
This rare deep-sea shark has pink, fleshy skin and looks like some sort of deformed human-shark hybrid. The elongated snout looks like a long, misshapen human nose that, paired with a mouthful of thin, sharp, nail-like teeth, makes for a haunting sight. More terrifying, however, are its jaws, which extend forward and expand when it attacks. While not considered a threat to humans, they have been known to bite. And if looks truly can kill, then the goblin shark must be deadly.
It happened suddenly when the shark turned to avoid the camera and ran into the diver's arm.
Number 4. Goonch Catfish. Also known as the giant devil catfish or simply goonch, this fish swims the rivers of India and its neighboring nations.
Wait till it comes up. Wait. Now!
A true river monster, it's been known to grow up to 6.6 feet in length and weigh over 200 pounds. That's intimidating enough already, but the Goonch Catfish cracks the top 5 thanks to the mouthful of sharp teeth it brings to the party. While appearance is the central metric by which we're judging fish today, we'd be lying if we said that reputation didn't play a factor for this particular entry. You see, between 1998 and 2007, a number of people were killed along the Kali River, and locals believe it was a giant man-eating Goonch catfish that was responsible. Number 3. Frilled Shark. A frilled shirt? Not intimidating. A frilled neck piece? Not scary in the slightest, unless being worn by Pennywise the Dancing Clown. A frilled shark, on the other hand? This thing looks like it crawled out of a prehistoric past. And that's not far from the truth. Also described as a living fossil, it has hardly changed its look since the late Cretaceous period. Eel-like in shape with a face reminiscent of a dinosaur, this oceanic monster can grow to upwards of 6.5 feet in length. And while its teeth might not look dangerous from afar, they're actually tight clusters of needle-sharp teeth that curve inwards. These choppers ensure that what goes in has no chance of swimming back out. Number 2. Sarcastic Fringehead. Laugh at the name all you want. When this fish opens its mouth, we guarantee you will be singing a different tune. Though the sarcastic fringehead only grows to be about a foot in length, its anatomy is reminiscent of a certain alien predator we wouldn't want to face at any size. When going about its business, the fringehead is already a rather unfortunate-looking fish. Its sharp little teeth, bulging eyes, and rather bulky build are enough to keep people away. A unique anatomy, however, allows them to distend their jaw to horrifying effect. It's all for show, but the move gets the job done. Horror movie filmmakers, take note. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Anjumara, also known as Wolffish. This giant freshwater fish is large enough to scare anyone out of the river. Atlantic Wolffish. Similar name, different fish, the Atlantic wolffish has got a mug only a mother could love. Viperfish. Beady little eyes and teeth that look way too big for its head. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Blobfish. We've seen all manner of spiny, toothy, and oversized creatures today. We've got enough inspiration to create a trilogy's worth of deep-sea horror movies. But the blobfish is cut from a different cloth. It's unlike anything else we've seen on Earth. It looks like a caricature gone horribly wrong, or a human head that's been left out in the sun for too long. Widely considered to be the ugliest animal on Earth, the blobfish suffers aesthetically from being brought to the surface. A deep-sea fish, the blobfish has a gelatinous anatomy that, while very effective at great depths, turns it into a sagging mound of unsightly features as it approaches the surface. This is truly the stuff of nightmares. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.